LB on the last one.
You got LB on the mic.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Episode 22, Perfect Nature Podcast.
Deuce.
22, and I'm still in
22.
Who we got in the house today?
Oh yeah, we got Dirty Glove, Leo.
Is it Dirty Glove, Murder Cat? What?
It can be Dirty
Murder
Glove,
Mitten.
Dirty Mitten,
Since we got you on video, go ahead and let us know the actual terminology.
It can be either one.
So you can be anything you want to be.
No.
Put that picture of the murder men on the thing.
It ain't Murder Glove though. That's not what it is.
It's not Murder
Don't
Glove.
put that up. Though. It's not Murder Glove. I've never heard that before. Ever.
Google murder mitten.
Yeah, Murder Mitten. But make sure it's
For Detroit. Google murder men for
Not
Detroit.
murder.
Apparently that's what Defoe rap is bad, but that's all good. From Cleveland, Zach, you already know. Little cousin of Detroit.
Damn.
Little cousin.
It's not even.
Oh, my bad. We the little big cousin. My bad.
Y'all person that just come by the barbecue and get food. That's all you need.
Hey, you got LB on the mic right now. What's up?
You got Pharaoh in the house. What's up, y'all?
And I'm Mike Floyd. So, folks, since you weren't here with us last week, I'm gonna start out with you with this little recent news thing.
Man.
Nah, man, I'm gonna throw you an easy one. Man.
I don't be watching the news, bro.
It's a real easy one, right? Front page news
I ain't reading.
of Fox News.
I ain't reading. Oh, definitely ain't reading. Shit.
All right, McDonald's truck driver sold $20,000 worth of stolen ingredients to New York Deli.
Bruh.
The secret the secret sauce.
So he has the secret Carabati formula, man.
Homeboy got fired from his job for selling $20,000 worth of McDonald's ingredients to a local convenience store in Harlem. He allegedly sold shipments of frozen McDonald's food, burger patties, chicken nuggets, bacon, breakfast sausages, etc. to the owner of J&D Deli at 2336 First Avenue.
Man, you put the whole Addy up there? Damn.
Did they repossess the stolen goods?
In addition, he also unloaded apple pies, hot
addition?
cakes, butter, sugar, ketchup, french fries, and cheese.
The condiments and ingredients?
Right.
He didn't think that they was gonna find out $20,000 worth of stolen merchandise.
Hey, what? So, what was the excuse, though? What was it? Did he have, an excuse?
He was hot, man.
Nah.
I mean, why?
That deli was doing pretty good.
Truck drivers make decent money, man. Like, what are you doing? Like, you owe the mob or something? Bro?
Were they, related or something, bro?
Man.
I don't know.
I mean, I've heard that they in their loads and shit, they'll skim off a little off of the load.
Yeah, but you might as well smuggle dope then. I mean, if you gonna do that, I'm saying $20,000, bro.
You should have been here on the last episode when we had about the Papa John's and the people selling packs out the store.
Wow, the hustle's real.
For real, dog.
Get it how you live.
Make sure you do that time though.
Hey, man.
All right, Bogle. So, we'll go to CNN now. Police tape. Former Canadian nurse confessed to killing mean patients. Front page news, man.
Are you serious?
Dead ass. A Canadian woman pleaded guilty Thursday to killing 8 assisted living facility residents while she was a nurse.
In Canada or here?
In Canada. She injected patients with lethal dosages of insulin when she poisoned residents who ranged from the age of 75 to 90.
Why?
In 2 Ontario facilities.
They're mean, apparently.
Yeah, because they're mean.
What?
She said she was angry with life.
Bro, you don't know old people always mean, bro.
Well, no, I know old people are mean, but I'm saying why she do
That's
that.
a generalization that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sweet old people, but apparently for her, they was mean, bro. Like, come on, man.
But what? But
She's claiming that God told her to do it.
see, that's the insane
Who
insanity plea.
who was her God, man? Who was her God, bro?
It just says God.
Kill old people.
That's the insanity plea
All right,
right
man.
there.
So what's funny about this part is she said after she killed 5 people, she began to doubt God was telling her to kill. Maybe it was the devil, she thought. And there was no killings between 2011 and 2013. But then she started killing again in 2014.
Okay, that's great.
So she had a little stress where she was.
She's like, I don't know why
Chilling
she
out.
keep doing this, man. Like,
It was probably real hot.
But did
It was
she-
probably, you know what I'm saying?
It was probably getting hot. She had to cool down, But
So she knew what she doing.
yeah, I think her lawyers are telling her, "Hey, man, that's the best thing you say, because other than that, you're a fucking
Hey, man,
idiot."
was she white, black, or?
I don't think that matters, man.
she's Canadian. We'll leave it at that.
So we can be led to assume.
There's
some diversity up there. Yeah, let's not. They got Drake.
All right, so Pharaoh. So last one, the movie Wonder Woman has the biggest opening ever for a female director.
Okay.
Ever.
Who's the director though?
Female director?
Patty Jenkins. Patty Jenkins, and the previous record holder was 50 Shades of Grey, which brought in $85.2 million in 2015.
And that was a female director too?
Yeah. So this film right now brought in $100.5 million for its first opening in North America.
I mean, I think that's cool, but I don't know why there's such a distinction on the female director, because I think
Probably
the
because
movie. Well, I mean, Catherine Bigelow won an award for Hurt Locker. She was nominated for. Actually, I don't know. Actually, the movie won, I don't know if she won best director,
But this is the biggest opening you said, right?
For a female director.
Well, hey, she said in the bar.
No,
Yeah, she's setting the bar pretty high now. Yeah.
No, I think that's great, man. It just, I don't know. Maybe
It's
I'm kind of being a little biased, but I don't think there has to be a distinction. But
It's like Wonder Woman is the first major superhero film to be led by a woman, and it was a woman who helped the film to the top of the box office weekend. Yeah. So what I find interesting about this is DC. So I'm a big comic book guy and everything like that. DC's been having this track record with garbage ass movies, and so right now, any of y'all use Rotten Tomatoes?
Yeah, but like you seen the reviews for this movie though, bruh.
I mean, the reviews that I've seen are good, but everybody that's been complaining about it is a bunch of dudes talking about like, why is it all about women? It's
yeah, I mean,
I actually want to.
That's kind of her story.
So just like everything else, like, and I haven't seen necessarily reviews that were pointed or geared towards that direction, but I've seen a lot of like reviews, people saying that the movie is just mediocre and so on. But I mean, just like, I'm sure for a woman, she set the bar at this time, but I'm sure, when the black female director comes out and their movie sells high, they're going to do the same thing. And they'll probably do one for any other class of minority people at some point. So, this woman, she got her little rocks off on this one.
And you talking about the reviews, is right now it has a 93% score on the Rotten Tomatoes, which makes it the best reviewed superhero movie of all time. So.
And I heard they had good on-screen chemistry, her and the dude, what's the name? What's that?
Chris Pine?
Oh, the actors?
Oh, the play Captain America, the guy that's in the movie with her right now.
The one, whoever's in the movie. I haven't seen
Chris Pine.
Okay.
Yeah. Bro, them alarms though.
That's me. That's my bad.
Them alarms. I'm gonna ship that shit back to Cali.
That's the go to work alarm.
You calling
You're a
sick today.
fool, man.
All right, so after the musical break, we're gonna get to a topic that one of our listeners gave us. So I think it's on hair or something like that. So stand by.
Stop showing that picture, man.
Hey, I will be on this side today. Hey, I'm on this side today with y'all.
All right, guys, we're back for the musical break. So one of our listeners, Bridget Marlowe, she posted on our Facebook page.
Bridget.
And she was saying that, not sure if you've done an episode yet on natural hair and societal views on it, but I think it could be kind of interesting. A lot of young girls are in the media for being suspended for natural or protective hairstyles. With the natural hair movement, I'd like to hear a black man's perspective on the matter because YouTube is not making you guys look so good. A lot of men bash a woman for wearing weave, but don't like or can embrace the look of a woman's natural hair. So, I'm assuming all of us in here have some type of black in us, right?
You say he held that with me?
Oh, you can't tell?
You the lightest one here, bro. You the lightest one.
He gonna look at me like,
Who the half breed? Who the other half breed?
y'all, what you mean?
Okay. Look at them eyes.
My
man.
mulatto brother. My mixed old friend. All right. I thought he had to.
You thought they just stayed inside, man?
Nah, man.
Bro, I know we're supposed to be talking about this right now. Did you know Bill Maher, right?
Who?
Bill Maher?
Yeah.
Real time Bill Maher. Did you hear what he said the other day with that senator?
Yeah.
He was they were like, the guy was inviting him like, hey, you want to come see the fields and stuff like that. And he was like, nah, I'm a house nigga.
Yeah, Bill Maher.
He said it to a senator.
Yeah, it was on a TV show.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, bruh, like, what the fuck?
Come on, man.
I mean, but the dude
Bill
coming
Maher,
from the
though.
state he's from, though, I could see that the dude's like super uncomfortable, and then he made his little comment after the fact, like, yo, we don't condone that. Publicly, we don't, but
400 years ago.
he was the envelope.
Real Time with Bill Maher. It's a good show, man. Check it out.
But he dropped that like he been saying on normal. But no, on the real talk though.
Oh yeah,
That was a sidebar.
he likes black women too with natural hair.
Ooh, okay.
Oh.
Bill
I'm
Maher.
a Bill Maher
Okay.
fan. I used to watch the show
Damn.
religiously. He fucks with the sisters for real.
Okay, Bill Maher.
Yeah.
So,
Big fist in the air for Bill Maher one time.
So like my wife, she went to the whole natural hair thing, maybe about 2 years ago, and so I've gotten used to seeing like all the natural hair products all over the place and everything like that. Me personally, I don't give a fuck. To be honest with you, it's your hair.
So you was cool with, like,
Yeah.
so she would wear like
She used to do the whole process and shit with all the chemicals and stuff like that, walking around with the gloves on and all that stuff, and doing all that stuff. And then
You mean a perm, man?
I don't know what the fuck it's called. You see my hair, bro? I don't care. Like I get the Kobe cut every time I go to the shop.
I don't know. Maybe because like my mom and everyone, aunts, and they all got salons and stuff.
So you probably
Speak
have a
on
better
Speak
perspective
on
than
that.
all of us.
Damn, why everybody looking at me though?
Let me go ahead and put the camera on you real fast.
speak on that, bruh.
No, I mean, perspective wise, I yeah, I'll try to trap me here.
You gonna trap your damn self. It look like you want to say it, and you don't. But go ahead and just say it, man. Everybody's opinions are respected, bro, but they will be attacked.
All right, so we talked about this offline.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're online. All right, so I think that we should all love the skin that we're in.
We ain't talking about skin, we're talking hair.
Love
Even
the
though
skin
it's
that
dead
we're in.
Love the hair that you got, right?
All right, if you want to be more specific, love the hair that you have.
All right.
We have unique textures, curly, and
Extra coarse.
extra coarse.
Brillo.
Kinda hard. Why you gotta say all that though? See that creates a negative like.
But some people do have nice hair.
What's nice hair though? You see, I get you. I get you. I see what you're doing.
Ooh.
I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. That was a bait.
You know what? I will.
That was yeah.
But you know what though? Like
Hey,
I guess to add to this point, I guess on topic, like
what is good hair though?
yeah,
Don't let 'em
right.
breathe.
What is a good hair thing? So like like of course with the textures issue,
You
like,
said it, though.
people the negative connotation with people with a more coarser hair texture
what?
is always perceived as negative.
And
Less desirable or
Yeah, like in society, yeah, they'd be like less desirable. I mean, like for example, like my hair, like you know what I'm saying, as it's in its more
lays
longer
down.
length, it does not lay down. But the fact that it's very curly, like you know what I'm saying, people be like, oh, but you're mixed, so you got good hair. But then you got people like like
So you're not saying that from your perspective. You're saying that from what people said to you,
I don't know. I mean, I just described my own hair, so I think that is my perspective.
that you have good hair.
I mean,
not
did I not just say though, like it's perceived
Can you
in
just answer?
society
Just answer the
as
question. It's just a question. I
people with-
mean, if you don't feel comfortable answering the question, just
Well, I just
say you
said
don't feel
that
comfortable
in
with it.
society, people with coarser hair is
No, I'm saying
deemed
you.
as
I'm
less
saying you.
desirable.
I'm
So
saying
me
you.
being with my hair, people would assume, oh, but you're mixed though, so you got curly hair, so
Not
you got good
people,
hair. But
man.
in
Zach,
reality,
what do you-
people don't view it as such.
Zach, what do you think you have?
My hair,
Yeah, man. I'm asking.
I got good hair because I take care of my hair. That's why I take care of my hair, which makes it good.
The connotation is that the nappy type hair. I don't know why nobody want to say that.
Right.
But I'm gonna say it, whatever. But the nappy hair is considered less desirable, and the more fine, more easily, the more relaxed looking, but this layer hair lays down very easily. I guess that's considered good hair. It's considered better hair. It's usually more
Manageable.
mixed races have that type of texture versus certain other types of textures. But
Coarse, curly, kinky,
coarse,
whatever you
curly,
want to call
kinky,
it.
Yeah, but for some reason, when that word nappy comes into play, it gets negative.
No, we're not saying Brillo, man.
Yeah, Brillo is ridiculous.
No, that gives
Like
an
a Brillo
and that's the
You got the Brillo, but it's cool.
and that's what leads back
Your
to
little curls, bro. They like
that's
the
where it
little
goes back
Brillo.
to her question.
It's
you
all
know,
good
like,
though, but if you take care of it, it's a good one.
you can't.
That's all. I think that's a
we
point
need to
of it,
work
though.
on.
Like,
We need to work.
embracing-
We need to work on us. All right, we can't go around saying Brillo pad because I mean, our hair is coarse and the way it grows out. We take care of our hair, and we take care of us. We'll be fine.
And so,
we don't.
what was Bridget saying though? She's saying her other part of her comment was that we look bad on YouTube. Is that what it was, Floyd?
Yeah, because a lot of guys when they like black men when they get asked about hair, they want the
straight, the long
straight
hair.
Becca
Colombian 16-inch
Yeah.
Yaki Remy
I'm
package,
You
not-
got that
yeah.
Indian. You got that Indian.
sewn
I'm not-
lace front.
Okay.
Yeah.
But most of these videos, they're not really interviewing guys; they're interviewing females,
On their
stating what
perspective
they think
of
that
that.
the guys like.
Right,
Mm.
right,
So
right.
she
So they
wants to
want
know
the actual-
from us, because she knows we're not refined.
So
So she wants to hear like.
So
I
for-
mean, like Floyd, he put his out there, like he said he really don't care, you know what I'm saying, and his wife has embraced her natural hair, and that's cool. But I think like Bolo said, like if you take care of it, your natural hair, it don't matter what the texture is. If you take care of your hair, it's gonna be good because you know what I'm saying. Like nobody wants dry,
no, it's gonna be
brittle
good
ass,
for it's
nasty
gonna be
hair.
good for you because your
You know what I'm
texture
saying?
is your texture. See,
That's something
like,
out of your control, though. So I mean,
you
at the end
can't.
of the day,
But you okay? So that's why I have. Let's talk about weaves and stuff like that.
Well, before we get to that, so I'm gonna bring up a little article about the black girls getting suspended from
I
school
was
for
in
their
the
hair and everything. So like there's a couple charter schools that
He was
in
saying
their
that-
actual their policies and stuff, they ban hair extensions like dreadlocks,
Yeah.
afro puffs, pretty much any hairstyle that black women wear.
Right.
So what she's asking is like, how do we feel about that happening? Because
I
But
feel.
that's
A lot of white
I feel
women have extensions,
fucked
bro.
up. Like, yeah, like
We're aware of it. We're aware that, you know, people say, oh, you have to embrace your natural hair because the society wants you to appear a certain other way.
Right.
And so,
That's
you know,
fucked
I
up.
support the movement, but I mean, there's always going to be, with anyone, there's always going to be someone that's trying to hinder your love of yourself.
Mhm.
And so I think that men, some men favor a certain type of style, and that's just their preference. But I do think that you don't have to belittle other people because they have made maybe a style
But for you to
that's
put that in
attractive.
policy, though, and say for you to
Oh,
write that in a
that's strictly
policy,
oppression. That's
Yeah,
the topic.
you can't do that because that's what creates the image issue. You know, I mean, and unfortunately, you know, I don't know if I should generalize and say this, but for women, you know, they take pride in their appearance, and it matters to them more so than it would with a guy. So you cut off like things.
yeah, right.
Men care too. But women
I mean,
just
men
women are
care
a bit
too.
more touchy with it.
Floyd, we got the camera today, man. Because hey, man, I be brushing, bro. I get
Nah,
my
but
AD
if you
on. I get my
put that
AD
in a
on, baby.
policy, if you put that in a policy though, if you put that in a policy, and you say you can't do this, if you do this, you're gonna get reprimanded, and then you look back at what they tell you can't. You can't wear dreads. You can't wear.
Wait, where is this? Where's this?
there's another school in Louisville, Kentucky. They implemented a dress code policy that says you can't wear dreadlocks, cornrows, braids.
And these are all hairstyles that, you know, we grew up on. You know what I mean? So if you say all of a sudden you can't do it because it's not appropriate, what kind of image does that send? I think it's fine. I think that we should just be like, fuck that. I'm wearing my hair the way I want to wear my hair. It's not gonna be disrespectful or whatever like that. You know, amongst me, it's normal. So I mean, we don't look at cornrows and dreadlocks and be like, oh, that's unprofessional. Why should you? You know, you gotta be culturally sensitive, man.
Well, then you got to look at also the perception, the societal perception of it. I mean, how many people in business suits have you seen wearing cornrows?
AI.
Anywhere. Exactly. Besides AI come with a whole. I'm glad he made it, but man.
I mean, but I think that speaks to your very point when you said like, you know, like
Because
that's
it's not
just
allowed.
oppression.
If it's in the policy,
That's a
so if you
oppression
wanna-
because it's making the people feel like
I mean, only cornrows I've seen
they
is
can't love themselves
rappers
and-
basketball players. I'm just saying I haven't seen like professionals wearing cornrows.
Because
You know what I'm saying?
because like I seen it before. I seen braids being worn in a, you know, what you would call a professional environment. Mentioned earlier, I worked at a law firm. Got people from all walks of life, you know, paralegals, junior paralegals, everything like that, attorneys and stuff, and they walk around and they're comfortable with who they are, and they get their, you know, shit done properly. I mean, you got chicks there with the rocking the afro and, you know, the curls or whatever like that, and I haven't seen cornrows per se,
Right.
but braids, you know, braided
Yeah,
back.
But
I mean,
you
same
also
shit,
gotta look at the climate. I don't see that.
I thought cornrows. I don't
see
know.
that very often up north.
We don't have to go there.
Maybe down south is a little different with the humidity and whatnot, but up north I do not see that.
Yeah,
You don't see what?
I don't see like the braids that often, and whatnot, especially in professional environments. I don't see
like the
braids.
professional environment, you go rock
Now I think
cat.
about it. Oh, no.
no, not really. But I think the braids fad kind of
Went
went
away.
and came
Yeah.
and went. But you know what I'm saying? Like for example, like dreadlocks.
Yeah.
You see a lot more of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you do see that.
But I mean,
But I
see
guess
doctors
to
and
the
stuff.
point though, it's a natural hairstyle. You know what I'm saying? And
So why
as
is it looked
Floyd
at
said,
negatively though?
Yeah, as it's
in the
people ban it.
professional workforce, in the professional place, it is for some reason.
Man, I wish that we just say fuck the policies and all that and wear it because it's not hurting anybody.
I mean, that's what people say, and it's just like tattoos and stuff. Like people think tattoos are unprofessional and stuff, but you see a lot of people who are in professional settings that do have them, and yeah, you know, they may cover them up in certain ways, whatever. But I mean, it's not like if as long as it's nothing like, you know, derogatory or
Yeah.
truly offensive,
It's
then
just, it gets that negative connotation because you see a lot of criminals with those tattoos in those same locations.
So we need to get past that, man.
I mean-
Women should be able to. I think it's more important for women than it is for guys, and be able to you know, to take away that variety from them of what they can do. You know what I mean? And then say, okay, well, since I can't do this, I'm gonna have to go to weaves and wigs and stuff like that, or
I mean,
perm
a
in
lot
my
of those
hair.
girls
and
though, they
damaging
get the
myself.
weaves in their hair. What they do up under their weave, they braid the hair down, and what they do, they sew that shit in.
Yeah, but
so at the end of the day,
but then
if this
they're
person
also
really
shape-
understood
it all-
what a woman has to do to go get the weave. Like,
But-
come on, bro.
but
Like,
then they're
you
also-
they doing exactly what you telling them not to do. You know what I'm saying? And
they're taking away the individuality, but I think that if you look at it, when I went to high school, they took away. We didn't have a dress code my freshman year, and then every year after that we had one, and it was to make everyone uniform in a way to prevent ridicule and bullying. And I guess when you take away the individuality, you kind of make everyone the same. It kind of gives you level.
Remember though, like with that,
high school, right?
yeah. But like I'm saying, like remember with that kind of trend though, they'll say like no patent leather shoes. And the only reason they said the no patent leather shoes is because kids was getting beat up for their patent leather Jordans.
Yeah, sometimes school.
You know what I'm saying? But they didn't care if Buddy had the and ones with the patent leather. They cared that little Johnny got his little patent leather 11 J's, and he got beat up last week. So now you know what? Let's just ban all the patent leather.
I mean, that's just with almost anything. Even at work, something happens and there's another reading issue. So I mean, I think that with high schools, especially with all the adolescents, and Louisville is no joke. That city ain't soft. So I can see why they would do certain things like that, and it's not. That city's no.
So
joke.
are we?
First 48. I'm just saying. I'm not. Louisville ain't messing around, man.
So I mean to solve the problem as far as that article though, man, I definitely don't agree with it, man. I think we should be able to make a stand in that category, and just wear our shit the way we need to wear it to feel comfortable, to be comfortable and confident in ourselves. You can't say, oh, that makes me think negatively, so you can't wear that in this environment.
In a perfect world, I'd agree you shouldn't, but
I mean, we live here, man. So we're not going nowhere. Our hair texture ain't going nowhere. So you rather go through life continuing to conform and then relax your hair, relax it so that it lays down and fits what they want.
I'm saying I would like to know why they even did that, because it seems like that's strictly towards blacks.
It is.
It is, man.
What's the demographic of that school? Where in Louisville is that school? I mean, Louisville ain't a small city either. I'm just saying there's more questions.
I mean, I don't think you would have that in a school
and especially
where the
like
majority population is black. So,
especially like at an impressionable age like that. You talking about school age kids. Mm-hmm. What kind of message does that send? It's going to tell you, look, that obviously this shit is ugly. Like, nah, I don't need to do this.
And I want to know why.
And when they grow up, they're gonna be like, well, this is how I went to school, so this is how I'm gonna continue and it molds their character, and then they'll never ever know how to maintain and manage.
I don't know if that's a public school, private school.
Is it a public school or?
School? It's a private school. Public school. See, I don't know how they can really even do that, but
because nobody's going up there to fight it. I mean, if you don't show up to a PTA meeting, you can't change the policy of the school.
And that's another thing too. But then that's another thing about cycles, though. I mean, that goes into a whole other category right there too.
Let's get out the school and let's get to the jobs. Because I was in the Army, and for the longest time, when the females wore their hair, they had to wear I think the regulation was with the cornrows, it had to go just straight back. It had to go the natural way your hair went, and you couldn't do little designs and stuff like that. It had to go straight back.
Here's, I got a question about that, because you see the different hair textures, obviously the difference between black people and white people. Why is it that in a lot of these environments, you never see black people they always have the high and tight, you know what I'm saying? But the white people, you see it their hair kind of they always got the comb over.
Brad Pitt.
But that shit if it's not combed over, that shit is fucking bro, it's a good 4 or 5 inches, bro. And from my understanding is that they want you to keep it high and tight, so it's not something that can be grabbed. You know what I'm saying? But why is that tolerated versus what I'm saying?
High top fade.
Yeah, for example, why can't a person have a high top fade versus homie with the comb over joint, but his hair really is 4 or 5 inches, or at least at a length that could be grabbed to create a safety hazard.
Trying to limit the culture, man. They want to limit the culture.
Could you expand on? I don't know about they trying to limit the culture. I don't think they give a damn about the culture, but creating their own. But if there's a double standard, apparently or obviously, so I mean, do you?
But you think about that, and then people judge you by what you.
Floyd, do you have something could you expand on that though?
For us, all it was, as long as it didn't touch your ears, and it didn't go to a certain part past your eyebrows, you're good.
So it could go high up.
It can go up, but as long as you can wear your cover, your hat, you're good. So that was the whole thing.
So if you wanted to, you could have a high top joint.
Yeah, if I wanted to grow it up, as long as it didn't go fuck with my hat, I'm good. Because you're wearing your hat the majority of the time, so they couldn't tell.
Do you see a lot? Did you see a lot of black dudes with?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of the hood motherfuckers that we used to get.
A lot of hood
They used
motherfuckers.
to-
So that'd probably be me and shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No question.
By default, I guess, huh?
But what about
the?
but for guys, that's what I'm saying. The challenge is a little bit different for guys, but for women, I mean,
Yeah, but,
you
like,
are
they were pretty
severely
much-
limiting what they can do. They probably wear a lot of plaits, like
It
twists and
was
stuff,
either cornrows
where they could
or
put
the
it in a bun.
The little bun thing. That was it.
And I mean, for a lot of those styles too, your hair has to be relaxed so that you have to get a perm. You got to get a wrap or something like that for your hair to fit it. Because other than that, you're gonna have a big ass puff.
Or the damn body.
'Cause our hair is-
bend all the way up.
'cause
Everywhere and shit.
Our hair is kinky. You know what I mean? So what kind of message does that send? I mean, it says that for you to fit in, you got to be like me.
But also the military.
That's military. That's. I have a homegirl, right, that works in Tallahassee, and
And what kind of job though?
for the government.
So that's the thing. We in the government and the military, we're breaking individuality. We don't want you to be an individual. We want you to be a blank. We just want you to be a blank face doing a job. Now, like I see, like in the
Yeah, but if you
work in
were
a hospital, that's you can kind of express your individuality in your different scrubs, stuff like that. Your hairstyle shouldn't matter in like in a hospital because you just there to do.
But your hairstyle should matter in a government setting.
Yeah, because you really don't want to worry too much about
Yeah,
it.
but remember though, like there's different.
Come on, man.
there's
But you
civilian
are
government,
who
and then there's like
civil. Yeah, I mean, you're not freaking.
Military, I can understand that.
yeah. I mean, there's distinction
On a civilian level, man, if you wear your pantsuit or whatever like that, and you walk up somewhere and someone tells you like, oh, what's up with your hair, because it's she's transitioning, all right, she's rocking the afro or whatever like that, and she get called out for it. Why does it matter?
Maybe a lot of people really ain't never really seen it
Yeah, but
in person.
but it's in a policy though. It's in the policy that
Well,
you can't
let's say,
wear
like,
your
with the
hair
ones
like that.
that's not in policy. So say like your girl's at work, she rocking the afro puffs.
Yeah.
Not in the policy.
Yeah.
There's nowhere stating that she can't wear it, but they're still like, yo, you need to go do something with your hair. It doesn't look tidy.
Well, she needs to stand up for herself right there at that point in time
I
and
mean,
say,
is
look,
it worth it though? Because it's a possibility she can cause more drama with the managers and stuff like that.
that's true too, and you do have to look at your self-interest and stuff like that and say, look, do I really want to lose my job over this, or do I really want to be thrown under the bus for this or whatever like that and miss out on other opportunities for my hair? But the fact of the matter is that's who you are. All right, so if somebody's telling you don't look tidy, and to you you're like, yo, I do look fucking tidy, what the hell you're talking about? Just because you don't see people with my hair texture and all you see is like freaking straight long wavy hair and nah, you can't tell me I don't look tidy.
I mean,
That's
at that
on you.
point,
That's your personal opinion. At that point, I keep it in a way where it doesn't interfere with me, you, or the job. It doesn't have anything obscene, offensive, nothing like that. Like, allow me to do me. Yeah. Don't force me to conform.
Yeah, I think
in order
that's
to
probably
advance.
where a lot of the
Can't do that shit, man.
the attack is coming from. I guess is because of the lack of understanding. You know what I'm saying, of different cultures. And
So
stuff
that's
like
why
that.
we need to just wear our shit and
preferences. Some people think some things are more
But
tight.
but we talked about this before on another episode. You know what I'm saying? I think when we talked about our preferences, like in women and stuff like that, people express that. As far as like the weave and stuff, or the actual texture of the hair. You know what I'm saying? These things do have a societal and a historical aspect to it that, you know what I'm saying, that's just ingrained, you know what I'm saying, for so long that, you know what I'm saying, it's just, again, this may not be what you were born with, but damn it, like, that's what everybody's doing. So you fall in, you know what I'm saying, one way, shape, or another. Yeah.
And that is a consequence of what we've been through historically, but we, like I said, I always go back to you have to be comfortable in the skin that you're in, skin including your hair.
Right.
All right, so you find a way to rock your hair to where it looks good to you and you're comfortable with it and it's not outlandish or obscene. Go for it and do it.
But like that's the thing though. So like like Floyd said, like like with the high top fade and stuff, like you know what I'm saying, versus like the dude
That's
with the
a
comb
style.
over. That's a style, but like you know what I'm saying. Again, it's looked at as what I'm saying, like bro, like that's radical, like you know what I'm saying.
Nah, because when
You know what I'm saying? Like, people
dude
look
with
at
the
that kind
when
of
the
stuff and
when
like,
dude with
bro,
the comb over goes to the barbershop and puts the part in his hair and styles the part versus getting a physical part like where you use the trimmer, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing, but it's
But
looked at totally different.
It's looked at totally different, but it's the same thing essentially. So you need to write a policy saying, hey, no parts. You can't have a part of no. Your shit just gotta fucking lay flat and even. But if I go get a part right now and show it to my job like that, I'm gonna be called out for it and say, "Oh, you can't do that." It's actually in there. I read it already.
That you can't have parts?
Yeah, you can't have. You can't have
Fattest hairstyle.
A mechanical part, like actual, like implemented part in your hair, like you said, like with the trimmer.
Look it up. Look it up. I saw it when we were looking at the whole profile
there?
thing. It's there,
The
dog.
grooming standard. Yeah.
Wow.
In the grooming standard, but you still see every other person show up.
Oh, you can
But remember though,
What
that's always it's usually with people who have a particular
And
texture of hair that, you know what I'm saying, again through historical norms. That's just how, you know, people do their hair. I mean, shit. I don't know how many times yesterday I went to the barber shop and I seen dudes with the comb over part. I mean,
Wow.
that's just
And that's
what people are doing.
that's a
And yeah,
very
it's
common style though. It's
You know,
common
I
as
think that I want to see you to what level. I think because they put that grooming standard.
dude. You know, if we show up with a part in our hair, it's gonna be some
I
drama.
mean, if you're taking it all the way
if
back,
you got design,
But you see them though,
No,
like,
not
with,
like
with
design,
that
not
particular
I don't
hairstyle.
think they will touch that. I don't
yeah.
think they
If
will.
I showed the work tomorrow just with a line in my head like that, they're not gonna say nothing.
Like, but if you had like,
'Cause I've done it before.
Kobe,
You done it before?
Yeah.
Then they gonna.
Because you
touch
see
it.
my hairline get pushed back anyway. I've done it before.
If you do the double stripes, man, I think that they will let that go. They may
the
say-
double.
No, the double. Nah, they ain't gonna.
See,
No, you're not gonna vanilla ice. You're not gonna vanilla ice your way
I don't
to
know
that.
about the double.
I think you
That's nowhere
I think
near
a simple.
natural,
I think
homie.
a simple part.
You know how
A
I
simple
feel about
part.
the
You gonna
grooming
show
standards.
the work with a
I will
beard
press
and a
that.
double stripe.
Hey, I mean,
Bruh.
hey,
Hey, you might as
Who,
well walk in the
who does this
door.
guy think he is? That's what the first thing will come out their mouth.
But you did it as an experiment,
Yeah.
or you
Right
did
after-
it on a regular basis.
I did it for like a good 6 months.
You rocked it for 6 months.
Yeah.
Nothing. Nobody stepped to you. That's
So,
interesting.
I want to get back to what Bridget's. So what was the basis of Bridget's question? Was she more concerned about what, as men, we think about the hair situation, or was she speaking strictly on like what we're talking about, like policies as far as jobs,
Society
and
and
stuff
stuff
It's
like
kind
that.
of a two-part question because we
Okay.
kind of touched on the first part with the policies and stuff like that, but then there was another one where a lot of men bash women for wearing weave, but don't like or can't embrace the look of a woman's natural hair. And while y'all was talking, I was looking at the little articles, and there's a whole bunch of stuff about that. How men are always like, "Oh, I don't like weave. This is this," and then they're like, "Boy, when the woman rocks her natural hair, they're like." Oh, you need to do something like that. I can't be seeing with you like that. And I'm looking at example after example after example on this.
and that's exactly what happened.
And then this one guy, he wrote this article saying 5 reasons why black men love weaves and don't even know it. Number 1 is Beyonce.
Oh, come on, man.
Kim K be wearing them little extensions and shit.
Instagram and
a lot of white
Tumblr.
women wear that shit.
Is that your real hair? The answers to this question is on Styles and Thirst Traps. Let me be the one to tell you, in today's world, weaves are harder to spot than the real town room full of pop stars. You're being lied to daily, especially by women who assume you naturally the long hair of a certain texture. And then your dating history. You dated a woman with weave. You have. You kept your hands out of her head and got an evil eye after pulling too hard while making a beast with 2 backs.
Hey, there's a reason why. You know what I'm saying? That moniker, hair weave killer, is a thing. I'd have snatched them off. Hey,
All right.
Damn, you
hey.
I'm just holding it like, yes. Hit
conquered.
It's like you know,
him
like.
with the Cappy Griffin.
But
All
no,
right.
man, like dudes though, like. Listen,
All right,
man,
so-
like, the weaves versus you know, your real hair, man. You know, we've expanded on this before. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you take care of your regular hair, man, I don't think nobody's really gonna fault you for it. I mean, if they are, you goddamn shallow bastard. But I mean, come on. Well, hey, like I said, man, that's some shallow shit, man.
All right,
But
so
like the weaves, man, like again, like just like anything else, if you take care of it, bro, I don't care if it's a weave or if it's your natural hair, man. If you take care of it,
you take that yaki off and put it up in the closet.
hey, bro, but don't take your joint off and just throw it in a corner and then tomorrow you put it back on and you ain't doing shit with it. Like, bro, like hang it up, put it on the damn mannequin head and comb that shit. Something like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm not. Hey, come on.
That's how you supposed to take care of
and
it.
then it's
though.
your natural if you got, you know. If,
I mean, I think we should have the freedom to wear whatever we want. You know, I think people misinterpret though. What
I said I hear a butt coming.
I do think,
Caveat.
I do think people misinterpret
Find it.
Why are you trying to be all correct now?
Yeah.
because I don't want to offend anybody. Because y'all be roasting
ahead,
people
man.
real quick, man.
But that's, it's cool though.
Y'all
It's
be
cool, though,
roasting
'cause
real.
you
Y'all
need
too
defend
easy to
yourself.
roast. Y'all too easy to roast, man. But you know, like for a woman, like I always say, be comfortable with who you are as a person. And the problem is, a lot of us from childhood, by the time we're freaking 9, 10, 11 years old as a young woman, your shit's getting permed.
You comfortable looking like Wyclef?
Damn, man. Not every time they say it, bro, like I see it more and more.
They think I look like, well, fuck it.
But see, but I think it goes to
you dropped the perm. Yeah.
What people's preferences and how you were brought up, or what your sexuality when you were developing your sexuality is. Like, at least for me, like long hair, straight hair, like with the movie stars and the TV shows and the music that I listened to, a lot of the women had that. So that's kind of like what you're formulated around. Mm-hmm. But honestly, now when I see an attractive woman and she's got natural hair, like, it's like, whoa, that stands out. You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of good, like, 'cause you want to stand out. Go ahead. I know you want to jump in there.
No, but
go
should
ahead.
it stand out though?
Should it stand out?
It should just be natural. It should just
Why
be.
not? You want to stand out, right? I mean, we're talking about
making
talking about
impressions. You know what I'm saying?
you know,
presenting yourself to the world. You know what I'm saying? In
but
your
I think
best
if you're
form.
gonna do that though, and I'm gonna say it, you can't have your shit nappy though. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just be 100.
You mean uncapped?
Nappy isn't just
uncapped.
you're not just born nappy, bro.
Right?
Like,
but I'm saying
let your shit get nappy.
Like to
That's
Zach's
the thing.
point, where you should take care of it, you should groom it. Like, okay, you could have it curly, whatever you want to do with it.
And that's my problem with weaves and wigs and stuff
Okay.
like that.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go. See, that's what I was
Take
waiting
off.
for.
It's
Take off,
because-
folks. Take off.
Offset.
Don't do it. It's because a lot of time there's neglect in that area now. All right, because you see a lot of women walk around with these bomb hairstyles and stuff like that, and nice textures, and how much it costs them a grip to buy the actual material for the hair, but they take their shit off and go natural to let their freaking
shit
scalp
breathe.
exfoliate or something,
Yeah.
and they shits be fucked up.
So-
No edges, fucking edges in a can.
Some cats don't have edges though.
Patches.
Some
I know
patches,
that.
that's a different thing.
Listen to me. Let me finish,
Look,
dog.
My bad.
Hey,
bad.
before
We're talking about-
before you finish though.
Yeah.
If you're watching the video, I put a comparison shot up, so
Hey,
just let us know
Wyclef.
if it matches up or not. But go ahead. Go ahead and finish your
Take that shit off, man.
He gonna be real self conscious now.
No, but for real though,
November.
like, a lot of us, we start out at such a young age. We don't know how to take care of ourselves. Like your point that you mentioned earlier is that, if you take care of it, it'll be fine. But a lot of us transition into it after the damage is done, and that doesn't look right. So when you're talking about walking around nappy and stuff like that, not everybody, but there's a good portion of women out there. There's some victims out there who victims.
Damn, victims. They victims to their own self destruction.
Hey, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. So can we all agree that
Damn, already?
you've been talking about good 40 minutes?
Damn, time flies when you.
When you talking about victims and
Time flies when you're trying to comb through them naps, huh? There's a lot of time go by when you. But yeah, that's the thing though.
That shit
Like,
hurt, though.
like we said though, like if you take care of your natural hair, man, hey, more power to you. If you feel free to rock it, like you said, bro, and you taking a break from the weaves and such, go ahead, man. Take that snatch off, hang it up. Take care of what you got up under there. That's all.
And just be proud. Just be happy with you first, man.
Is that
Just
gonna
be
love
happy
you regardless, baby?
regardless. Just be happy with you first. Take care of your hair. Buy all the weave you want and all the chemicals and
you sweet.
products you want. But at the same time, learn to take care of your own.
Part
your
two.
own
Hey,
shit.
this is the part
is a
two.
lost episode.
This is a part two.
Y'all
So
see a different vote.
Bridget, I hope we answered your
I'm
question
not
though.
buying this at all. Unacceptable.
All right, so
but maybe you had to change your heart. Maybe you had to.
I did
change
not
your
have
heart,
a change of
though.
heart. I
And
feel
we are here to grow. We are here to grow. So my man's is grown. So
it's been 3 weeks since we recorded that one, so I mean, I'm just saying.
that's all right. We'll release them in succeeding order, and my man will have his. You'll get to see his growth and development. So
That's fucked up.
it's not fucked up. It's real.
So,
It's a good
Well, let's
growth.
stick to that. Let's do that.
all right, so signing off for the Fugees over there. So you catch us on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, YouTube, pretty much anywhere else. So anything else, guys, before we kick it out?
Someone please
One
call
nation.
911.